full here. And why wouldn't they be? Because it's going to be our grand final up next. It's been an awesome 4 days, and what a finisher this is going to be as CJ Entus Frost takes on their brother team, CJ Entus Blaze. So I think it is high time to bring out the first team. Excuse me. They are the second place team at the Riot Season 2 Finals, and the winners of OGN Summer 2012. It's CJ Entus Frost. Thank you very much, guys. You can take your seats and prepare for the game. You can take your seats. It's nice being on stage. They're hyped. Okay, and now for our second team. They always bring out a great battle when they play their brother team, and they're also the winners of MLG Summer Arena 2012. It's CJ Entus Blaze. You can also take your seats. See some tension in their eyes, and they're really hyped to do this, to give us a great grand final. It's going to be a best of 5 CJ Entus Frost playing CJ Entus Blaze, so I'm very excited to hear what our analyst has to say over at the desk.
Welcome back to the League of Legends Analyst Desk. I'm your host, Jarrett Kale, sitting here with Panky. And what's your name? Quick shot.
Oh, shots fired.
You were missing for a while when we had Oslo.
I've gone for 2 games, and your little memory forgets who I am.
He was starstruck.
I know. You know, it's all the singing. It's gone to your head, man.
Yeah,
it's gone to your head.
It did.
It was a good performance. It wasn't that good.
Well, we've got CJ Entus Blaze versus CJ Entus Frost in the final. When we take up the bracket to see the story, how they each got here.
And of course, take a look. 6 teams advancing from the group stages. We had 2 groups of 6, 3 of them advancing through. CJ Entus Frost have defeated Millennium and Gambit to earn their spot in the grand final. And the game against Gambit was very, very close. It went 2-1.
Yeah, it was a very exciting game in which Gambit, they didn't really look like we expected to in their first game. Frost were dominating. They were very, very strong, as everyone expected. Second game, Gambit came back. They had a bit of a prep talk. We talked about it. They were backstage, all 5 of them there, and Groove, the manager. Much closer game, much more exciting. Gambit managed to take that one and tie up the series, but ultimately Frost had a team talk of their own, had a bit of a composure after ready for that third game, came back, and at no point did Gambit have any chance. Frost had that game in the bag from the first 5 minutes.
And in the bottom half of the bracket, we had CJ Entus Blaze crushing an Nexus Esports in the first round, moving on to what we saw just this morning, just a couple of hours ago, or maybe 1 hour ago. CJ Entus Blaze manhandling SK Telecom T1 as well. Looking incredibly strong moving into this grand final.
Yeah, I mean, it set us up now for a best of 5 between these 2 teams.
Yes.
There's a long and storied history, which I know Jared is eager to tell everybody about. But in this particular matchup, they're going to be playing their home colors for the time being. And what I mean by that is Frost are going to be blue side, Blaze are going to be red side. They will alternate until the very last game. It's going to be tournament draft the whole way through. There's no blind pick. And for the 5th and final matchup, whoever has won their games in the shortest period of time will get the choice of side. So, you know, there is a lot to play for.
There is. Now, if you recall, we go all the way back to the first ever OGN event. It was the spring grand final. Blaze met Frost in that final. And at the time, Blaze was their B team. Frost was the premier A team for Azubu at the time. And in a very close 3-2 win, Blaze defeated them, which, you know, had everyone talking, because that usually shouldn't happen if it's the B team. We go forward in the future and they meet again. Well, Frost, in the OGN summer after that, Frost wins. That time, they defeat EG 3-2. Then Frost meets Blaze again in the OGN winter final. This time, Frost wins 3-2.
Last one, the winter, sorry, was semi-final.
Sorry, semi-final. They meant the semi-final. We won't talk what happened in the final. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah. No.
And then Frost, of course, as we all remember, lost to TPA in the
World
Season 2
mega
World Final.
World Championships in LA.
And now they're at the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship.
Yes.
We were actually talking with D-Man just a moment ago about the stadiums that these guys have played in. You know, ignoring the viewers on stream, ignoring people watching from all over the world, the amount of people in the halls and in the stadiums and in the arenas where these two teams have faced off, the screams, the roars, the cheers have been immense, and they're doing it again here in Hanover.
Yeah, the crowd out there is absolutely insane, the size of it, and there's not much space to go anywhere once this game actually starts. So if you are still standing, or if you aren't watching this screen, find yourself a spot soon, because it's going to fill up very, very quickly.
You could employ my strategy. I have an empty 1.5 liter water bottle under the desk, because there's so many people here, there is no way I'm making it all the way to the bathroom.
That's not pretty.
I think we've just crossed the line for a little bit.
Hold on, you can share my bottle if you want. That was the line. That was the line.
I'm happy I'm on this side of the table. You know, we've got so much to talk about these two teams and how many times they've played against one another, the amount of experience that they can draw from, and of course, two, you know, extremely top-tier Korean teams facing off at the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships. We're going to get into picks and bans very, very shortly, and I expect to see similar things that we've been seeing throughout the weekend, the likes of, you know, Rumble, the likes of Shen, Zinzao, Jarvan, maybe even Kha'Zix making an appearance.
Yeah, both of these mid laners, Ambition and Rapid Star, have played Kha'Zix throughout the course of the tournament, so we'll see what it is they go with.
All right, well, they're actually in Champion Select already. If we can go in there, and the first ban is already out immediately. Caitlyn, boom, taking it off the table. They do not want Captain Jack to have Caitlyn. They saw what just happened.
The minute we start talking about Kha'Zix.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? You finished your talking, you've done everything you say. Now we're going to ban it. Well, that was all pointless anyway.
Caitlyn, of course, being very, you know, a very intelligent pick from Frost, taking it away. Shy Singe been taken off the table as well. It reduces the effectiveness of those tower pushes. Caitlyn having that immense range from level 1 and, you know, very early game, tower, rotate, tower. It almost slows down that tactic because it is a little bit more risky and a little bit more difficult with other AD carries.
Yeah, here's something slightly different as well. Ocelot pointed out what is here with us before. KO has been banned by the team on the red side in most of our games in the group stages, in the quarterfinals, and like this time, however, Frost have decided on blue. They are the guys that want to take it out of contention. They banned it as their second one. Banned Twisted Fate third. I've seen that against Ambition throughout the course of the tournament. No real surprise at all there. And Urgot, the last ban from Blaze, taking that away from Wu.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen very, very powerful Urgot performances so far. I'd actually be interested to remember what his win ratios were, if it was 100%, because I don't think we've seen him losing a game.
We definitely got a pentakill.
Yes, exactly. You know,
yes.
Wound pentakill on day 2, you know, and it just removing it. That whole strategy, that super mega tank, he's almost a bruiser AD carry and just making sure it's not in play. We are waiting for CJ Entus for Blaze to lock in their couple of champions now. Zinzao still available for selection, and it does get hovered over. So it is one of the sort of the hotly contested picks. Lulu still available as well. I remember Osler talking about Lulu and how powerful she is and what she offers a team. So it's a possibility. It also means you reduce the chances of being counterpicked if you decide to lock in this Lulu and Zin combo.
Yeah, I was going to say, and we've seen it throughout the course of the tournament. Lulu works so well with Zin or with Jax or with someone else like that that's got that lead that gets straight in and amongst the enemy team. We've said it time and time again, but of course that long-range ultimate that he's Oslo mentioned gives him a massive heal, gives him a knock-up. It can really disrupt a fight, and we've seen, in fact, it was Frost last time around, Cloud Templar running their jungles in with some incredible initiates using the support Lulu.
And you know, Thresh is still available. And as soon as I say that, they pick Sona, or at least they're hovering Sona and now hovering Lulu. But I would think maybe Frost would pick up Thresh if Blaze doesn't.
It's definitely a possibility, and you know, we've been seeing madlife play those sort of hook type champions and those, you know, initiation type champions a lot. He's incredibly well known for his Blitzcrank. We watched him playing Thresh and we were completely blown away by his performance, you know, on that champion. So it is a possibility. Whether or not they're going to feel that Thresh is comfortable, is capable of maybe defending towers or pushing towers is another question. If they're going to go for this lane swap, when you see the Lulu in game, you auto assume that the AD carry and Lulu will be put middle or top, you know, as opposed to bottom. So I don't know if Frost are going to feel that Thresh is a counter to this, and you can see the players on your screen chatting and talking away and discussing what do they actually want to lock in and what do they want to pick.
The biggest thing I'm getting right here is that all our previous games, our quarterfinals, our semi-finals, our group stages, the pick ban phase, or at least the pick phase, has gone a lot quicker than these two are now. These guys are taking every last second to make sure they have properly decided what they want to pick, who they want to play, where they want to put it. They know each other so well. They've been training partners for so long now. You must make sure you get this absolutely right.
Lux and Ezreal being locked in, and we've been seeing Rapid Stars Lux time and time and time again. Earlier today, I mean, we were just completely blown away by the light bindings that he was landing. As soon as Lux,
Rapid Star played against Millennium and still landed some incredible light bindings.
And it's a very powerful champion. Has the ability to completely lock down the early game, as well as if they do get that leg up, if they do get into a position where they can snowball, it's great. But as we've seen in the matchup earlier today with Suno, when they were pressured and didn't have that same item lead, item advantage, a full combo onto, I think it was Captain Jack, only took his Caitlyn down to about 50% HP, landing QE and R with Lux. And that's the risk. If you cannot blow somebody up and get that kill with a full combo, you're not really going to offer a whole lot more for the next 6, 8, 10 seconds until your ultimates come back.
Captain Jack's hovering on... He's hovering on Twitch, but I know deep down you'd rather see Tristan. Yeah,
I really
he's waiting there.
I also want to point out that we have a Shen locked in. Of course, that's not surprising, but maybe it was surprising in the last series that he was neither picked nor banned. And that was very rare, given
that is rare considering the history of the tournament. You mentioned a couple of stats for the previous champions, like Caitlyn and Varus, and their win-loss ratios. Shen has a pretty big number in there himself, but Ambition has picked up that rumble. We have seen that in the top lane a couple of times. Sometimes we've seen him in the mid lane in other tournaments, not quite this one specifically. But this is the first time we've actually seen Captain Jack playing Twitch. We saw Raven play it a couple of times to great success for SK Telecom T1, but this is a new one for Jack.
It is a new one for Jack, but I'm fairly sure he can pull this one off. We know just how well he does play that AD carry role. I'm going to be very happy if Thresh does get locked in for madlife, because I think we've been pretty on the ball with our picks and talks about it, but we've had so many games to watch these teams and to really get to know what they like doing and what they like playing. I'm also very excited to see Elise once again, because it's such a powerful champion that Repel can literally change the tide of a fight if you can get away from ultimates like True Shot Barrage, or in this case, like Equalizer, Spray and Pray, etc.
But again, we saw him play, play Elise against Millennium and did some crazy Zhonya's play and Repel play in their base, defending with 2 inhibs down to still go back and take through that victory. Cloud Templar is going to have his Shen. Nothing too surprising there. That guy is an incredible Shen player, but a last lock-in is there from Blaze, and it's a Nidalee.
I like Nidalee's because every time a spear is thrown, you hear collectively everyone holding their breath. It's a great element to the design. I love it. It creates those moments that gets everyone very, very anxious.
It's going to be interesting to see how Nidalee does get played, because at the moment, this is Flame sitting with Nidalee in the top lane. So there's the possibility of going for that bruiser, tanky, sort of HP defensive stats route. If it does get swapped with Ambition at the last second, which is what I'm anticipating, we might see more of that ability power Nidalee, which has those hard-hitting spears. CJ Entus Frost are going to know how to dodge those spears, though, and we'll see if they can sidestep them and prevent that damage. They've got a very, very aggressive team that can set up kills from Elise, from Shen, from Lux. I'm scared about them catching someone else.
Not entirely sure they are going to switch, because you wouldn't take the barrier on Rumble. Barrier on Italy makes a lot of sense. You can see that one. But as he's kept it, and there is the time hitting 0, Ambition is going to play that Rumble, not necessarily a mid, because of the way crazy lane swaps are going, but he's going to keep it.
All right, we're getting ready. Get on Twitter, hashtag IEM, talk about the game. Get on Raid Call Group 1997. You can talk some more there. Closing out the tournament for us will be our casters Lee, Demon Smith, and Joe Miller. Take it away, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys. The grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. Joining me is my long-term partner, Lee Demon Smith.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting game. Last time, we heard, obviously Jarrett was mentioning it there, the number of times that these guys have met, they've gone 5 games. We haven't got a blind pick here as the 5th match, which I don't know whether is good or bad. I'm not too sure. You don't want 2 Shens.
I almost like... Definitely don't want 2 Shens. Not just for the sake of everyone's sanity that's in the Twitch chat there, I think that's a good thing. So, Frost versus Blaze, as you said, we've heard this, we've seen this story time and time and time again. When it's a best of 5, they're going into 5 games, aren't they? Hopefully here today we're going to get a big, awesome series out of them. And you know what? I'm not really sure which way I want to call this game.
Well, you've got to give historically to Frost, you'd assume, but Blaze, remember, did win that first big final they had against them back in the Maximum Impact, was it? Maximum Impact Gaming, I think it used to be MIG when they were both as that team. But obviously they moved to a number of sponsors since then. They are in the CJ Entus, Frost and Blaze right now, and it is a full invade coming out from Frost here, and actually no wards from there was singular ward come out from Blaze there. You can see they put it down in that river to catch a glimpse. Finally, Frost do put a ward down, but they didn't put a single defensive ward down to cover off that. Bear in mind, these are two teams that play each other all of the time. They will practice non-stop with each other. So it's not even like, I mean, to the point that Frost didn't even bother watching the first match against SK Telecom T1 because they knew exactly. They saw the picks and went, yeah, okay, they're playing that. And so that game's in the bag. They carried on watching the other games. And they did come back. They managed to watch the second match, which was fairly one-sided. They did have actually Alex Hitch watching them with Cloud Templar. It's good to see those guys mingling and having a chat, but we do see Cloud Templar. Flame's going to come around and he's going to see 5 members. Are they going to have Light Binding available? Rapid Star didn't take it to start with by the looks of it. Madlife could, of course, try and lash out towards Flame instead. They're just going to force him backwards, and the whole of Frost do manage to just back away.
Yeah, interesting little start there. The entire Frost team up in that top side of the jungle still. We are going to be seeing them take away this red buff. It's Cloud Templar that will be picking that one off here at the start. Rumble actually coming through the jungle right now. This could be a little bit dangerous. Actually going to get taunted in. The hook will land as well if they got enough damage. Exhaust going to go down here. And that will be the first blood coming in for Shen.
And they also catching on towards Rapid Star as well on the... Not going to quite catch him out there. Joe Miller seeing into the future there.
I have to apologize. I forgot to pause my screen and got a little bit carried away there for first blood, but, you know, it's all good.
Well, there's going to be Shy, actually. Shy going to get tower dived. Helios on towards him. He's going to turn this one back around. The tower damage on towards Flame. He tries to flash away. Shy picks up one. Can he get the second on towards Helios? Now we see the hook landing on Captain Jack. Captain Jack, the rat, is in trouble. The Ignite is running. One more tick will do it. It's Rapid Star that picks it up. It's 3-0. Now they're on towards lustboy. Maximum range taunt from Templar. Wow, explosive start here for CJ Entus Frost.
Well, I saw the first blood coming from the future, but I didn't expect all those kills to come straight after there. 3 minutes into the game, 4-0 for Frost, and it couldn't have really gone any better without picking up an ace at the end of it there. That was absolutely fantastic play, and now Blaze going to be on the back foot already here in game number 1 of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship Grand Final. Let's have a little bit of a look down and see where that's left us after that one. 5.9 thousand to 3.8 thousand gold. That's a ridiculously strong gold lead after such a short space of time. The CS, as you probably expect with them all pretty much being dead, is heavily in favor here of Frost as well.
Yeah, and of course those kills are going to give a huge chunk of change, especially to Templar. He picked up 2 of them. He's around that jungle. And obviously that bottom lane Shy, you know, they're pressuring him on towards the turret, but he's proven time again you can't dive him on the turret. He'll just repel away or just turn and eat you, basically, you know, like all good spiders do.
Giant spiders, always scary. Right now we do have Cloud Templar coming up towards this top side. Ambition might be in a little bit of trouble here as this minion wave gets pushed back. He's obviously very strong here, as you said, picking up those 2 kills. Are they going to go in towards Ambition? Yes, they are. The taunt didn't actually land on him there. That was a little bit of a weird one, but they may even come back for a second attempt at it.
Well, they're going to continue keeping the pressure down. They realize that obviously they saw Helios go past the ward, so they know he's gone in and stole away that red. So Cloud Templar sticking around just that little bit longer because he knows he's got a bit of time where Helios was back. He is now returning to the lane, coming back in towards the middle. It's going to be good to see how Frost, also Rapid Star being picked on, taking looks there. He knew he was going to be against the 2v1. We've seen, obviously, Frost do the exact same against Gambit earlier on in the tournament, the semi-finals, and Blaze have done it a number of times. 2v1 in that middle lane. Rapid Star, it's going to be good to see if he can hold it off. He is just about doing it at the moment with that crystalline flask.
We can see, though, this turret in the top lane is very, very low. Are they going to be able to finish this one off here? This would be, you know, a great early turret pickup just to add in there with those 4 kills that they've already picked up as Rapid Star going to come back into the middle. And Captain Jack will return a little bit of damage. Helios going to be picking up his own red buff there. And Shy pushing out this bottom lane as well. So interesting little start. That turret just hanging on by a thread.
Just about hanging on by a thread, but look at the CS difference in that bottom lane. Shy already 26 CS ahead. You mentioned obviously they did get that kill earlier on, but the gold difference, nearly 1,000 gold already just in that bottom lane alone. 2,500 across the board, of course, and that is a huge difference. If you start going so far behind in a single solo lane, you are never going to come back from it. You need the help of your team, which is why you see Helios heading down there. First turret of the game goes down. It's going to be Frost that pick it up.
And don't forget, guys, you can vote for the MVP of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship over on facebook.com/IEM. And I know there are...
Shy, surely.
Yeah, it's heavily featured with the CJ Entus members from both teams in there, so make sure you check that one out. Obviously, they will be taking home one of those lovely custom BenQ monitors, which I have to say, I didn't see them until I saw the video here, but they look pretty sharp.
They look pretty damn good. I'd like to see the names across them. And you know what? It's funny because I think every person that's won the MVP will be looking at it in envy, as it were.
I got a sweatshirt. You get an awesome monitor.
Yeah. But nevertheless, they all get obviously the Intel Extreme Masters processor as well. Not without the Masters. I know what I meant. Intel Extreme processor. That's the one we're after. Madlife going to get caught out possibly here. Madlife and lustboy, two supports that have been featuring so heavily in these tournament plays. Both of them have their special moments, I think. But it is going to be a switch around of the lanes. We do see the duo lane of Madlife and Woong. That's going down towards that bottom. That's going to keep pressure on towards Flame. Flame already 20 CS behind in that top. And now Shy is going to be holding off against Ambition, normally the mid laner, in that top lane.
Yeah, we'll see how that one works out for him. Helios is actually coming up in towards that top bush here. There's someone going low there. Didn't quite see where that one was. Just hearing the low health ping. Shy actually backing away. Cloud Templar is in that brush as well. And they've just pinged on towards Rumble's position, on towards Zin's position, I should say, as he is backing off there. But this bottom lane of Woong and Madlife, we'll see if they can get that second turret. I mean, we saw earlier on, Blaze did a fantastic job of picking up turrets early on in the game, but can Frost do the same?
They're going to try and go for the Dragon Arrow field. You can see they're running down the bottom there. Shy is not nearby. You see Madlife and Woong immediately responding, getting in towards position. Shy is heading down south already. They haven't gone for it. Maybe they're trying to see if they can catch any kills off here. Rapid Star is not going to face check that bush. He's far too wide for that one. And Blaze trying a bit of trickery there, not quite working out. We see Shy return back to top.
Yep, Shy headed it back up there. We saw Zin taking away that blue buff there, as we are going to see lustboy here getting in there, and it may go down. Wow. The hook comes in the end, and it's Rapid Star that finishes off. That'll put him 2-0-1, and Blaze are in a little bit of danger here of kind of falling off without anything happening for them.
The equalizer being used to just try and keep them away from this turret. You can see the four members of CJ Entus Frost, they are going to have to back away. The sister team is in trouble. The top lane has already gone down. You see Shy now piling in towards that mid lane, and that's actually buying time for Frost to go past that ward and straight in towards the Dragon. We see Nidalee coming across. See if he can manage to steal it away with those spears. Hasn't got a great deal of damage on them yet, because obviously has just got that chalice, and you see he's got to be careful. That light binding from Rapid Star is going to be coming out invisibly, as well as the hook. It's not going to land. It's going to be the Dragon for CJ Entus Frost.
All going to plan here for Frost, that's for sure. And as we said, we don't really know what to expect out of these two teams, because of the fact that they practice together so religiously, and they've met each other in the top level games over in Korea as well. Like, it's hard for them to have some kind of surprise strategy against each other. They're literally just going to have to go in there, probably play a game that they know their opponent's going to know, and just hope that they've got the better of him.
Well, it's a straight skill matchup, and it probably explains why half the time they do meet, the games are so close, because, as you say, they know each other so well. We do see Shy in this top lane very far forward here, and Helios is going to come around. They realize they pinged it, but Shy's going to be so hard to ping down. You can see he's just going to walk past, put the cocoon down, maybe try and get on towards Helios, and goes aggressive, repels in. He's going to go full force for it and forces out the ultimate from Helios, and there goes immediately cocoon up with Flame now, and look at that, Shy 2v1, no problem. Meanwhile, it all happened, Woong took the bottom turret.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job here there. 500, 600 gold almost in the lead in this one. That's a ridiculously strong start. Some items coming in. Shen now got that giant spell added in with the Ruby Crystal and the Madrid Razor. Haunting Guys and the Sorcerer's Shoes for Elise as well. 20 CS ahead in those solo lanes, plus the 1-0-1 at this point. Obviously, Shen having 2 kills, Lux having 2 kills, and just look at that gold difference. It's huge.
It is enormous, and Rapid Start, obviously, the fact that he's on Lux, if he catches light binding on Captain Jack, he's dead. Because that final spark will come through, and there's not a great deal of tankiness left in Twitch. He's been balanced well, I think it's safe to say. And he doesn't have a great deal of health. Helios clearing out the waves and taking the red buff, but he's also falling behind because the fact that the 2 kills early on did go to Cloud Templar, the fact that he's got those 2 assists as well has given him a big jump in the gold lead. And if you give Shen a chance in the gold lead, he is eventually going to become a split pusher. And technically they've got two split pushers now because Elise is just slowly but surely grinding away that top lane. You can see the gold there. He's got 1,200 gold over Flame at the moment. The jungler, he's got 1,200 gold advantage. Mid lane, 1,200 gold advantage. AD carries only about 800 gold. Not the end of the world for the AD carry. Captain Jack, maybe just the person that can keep as a savior. That spirit, that ultimate can work out, but they're going to go onto a Flame.
Yeah, going in for Flame here. Can he get the kill? Not quite, but he's happy to just force him out of the lane, keep dominating him when it comes to the farm. Actually, will turn back around, goes in there, and Flame knows that he can't be caught out. If a cocoon lands on him in this scenario, he's probably a dead man.
Would be a dead man, and obviously them Qs just keeping him well at bay there. There's not a great deal that happens, and this is just kind of proving that Elise was one of the permanent bans he always had against Frost. There's so many of them right now. You know, the fact that they did have to ban out Singed, well, no surprise there. We just saw Flame playing awesome Singed as well. Final spark in that mid lane on towards Captain Jack. That keeps him taken very low. As I mentioned, once the bit of a damage comes out from Rapid Star, they might be able to catch on towards him. You can't back away in a position like that. And Lustboy just dodges out that light binding.
Yeah, with the light binding and the hook there from Thresh. Probably good night, to be honest, if you'd have ended up getting caught out with that one in top lane. Shy still putting this pressure down. There's a big wave of minions coming in.
Madlife heading up there. He wants to try and help out and see if they can get that hook on towards Flame. And Flame realizing it, you can see he comes around. Oh, just pounces away from the cocoon. Giant creep wave on that line. And now we're going to see him. He's just going to go straight aggression on towards Flame. He can't pull away. Uses the lantern straight back to the turret.
Yeah, but will Shy end up going in there once again? Still plenty of minions in with them. Obviously, Lustboy is there to try and help cover that one off, but he's going to go in there. There's the wild growth use. Repel going to come out. Flame and, Shy and Templar going to go for that one. As the box goes down from Madlife, that's going to stop the rest of Blaze getting involved, but Madlife going very, very low. He's ticking down. It's finished up there by Lustboy. That's the first one for Blaze, but Captain Jack has been picked up. There's the taunt landing. Laser comes around. Surely Ambition can't escape this one. He's super low. Will be finished off by the Spider. Cloud Templar getting taken down by the turret, but Rapid Star picks another one up.
But well, it wasn't a great engage. Instead, finally the poison tick from Shy is enough, and it is a 4-for-2 engage. They're going to take the turret down as well. It's a little bit of a messy fight, it has to be said, between the two, but it is nevertheless another win. And well, actually, now that you look at it, the fact that Wound took down another turret as well. He got the kill in the mid lane, I believe, as well. I didn't see where it was. Maybe his True Shot Barrage went off somewhere. I saw him definitely pick up a kill, so he's shooting from long range, but it's a 4-2 turnaround. And look at the gold advantage now as blue buff gets stolen away by Wound. Every advantage with Frost so far.
Yep, and 1,100 gold to spend here for Ezreal as well. He does have that slight lead in CS, but the 1-0-2 that is currently sat on going to be the big factor in that. 3,900 to the 5,000 gold between the two AD carries. Obviously, top lane, Shy is having another beast of the game. 3-0-1, 30 CS lead. He's 5,300 to 3,300. 2,000 gold difference after less than 15 minutes.
And it's one of those ganks that just simply backfires on them. It happened for Gambit a number of times as well. You saw it, the fact that they went for him on that bottom lane, and if it does backfire, he got the kill on Helios, and it's like, wow, there's a double buff gone across towards the bottom laner, and we've just given the experience, the gold, everything that goes with it, along with the close CS that was there. Rapid Star just using the final spark to make sure he secures the blue buff, and didn't want to lose it to Shy's poison, which he nearly did. Actually, they didn't quite take it down at the right time. So Rapid Star, he's got himself an Athene's and Holy Grail. It's an item we saw heavily used in the Season 2 Grand Finals, but hasn't been used a great deal for a while here. Rapid Star just coming around the side there. Lustboy was spotted off. Didn't see Madlife, whether he was going to maybe going for the hook. It's going to be the Dragon picked up. Wound secures that one. Madlife is going to try and chase on towards Lustboy. You see him just pop that shield and run.
Yep, and the entire time that's been happening, Shy pushing straight through in this top lane. He's going to keep shoving and shoving and shoving this entire time. Obviously, has that good possibility to escape with Elise as well. But Frost keeping on the pressure, and they know that with that strong early start, they're going to have item advantages, and with that, they have to make it count.
Lustboy Gonna get baited by the ward, gets caught out there. Hooks comes in. Oh, just the hook didn't even get a chance to land because Trushop on Rise pops him off there. And he's going to be Flame now, chased in this top lane again. Shy just dominating him. Comes across there. He's going to throw out the cocoon. Not going to land. And Flame just avoiding the damage.
Really, really close that one again. Flame having a terrible time of things in his top lane. Does have the Hex Drinker plus a Negatron cloak going in there as well. So having to be a little bit more defensive than he probably normally would like to be. But Shy is pretty much bossing him here as he goes in again. Down to half HP. Captain Jack going to come across Shy. Could be in a little bit of a danger for this one. Turns around, goes in on towards Flame. Here comes a Stan United. Spray and pray is going to be used. They turn around on towards Captain Jack. He's going to die. And, well, even at least managed to repel away. Finished off in the end by lustboy. But here comes the rest of the team. CJ Frost looking to clear up here. And they are going to be clearing up. Double kill for Ezreal.
It's all looking too easy right now for Frost. They are in a dominant performance. Just 16 and a half minutes gone into this game. They're already on the inhibitor turret in this top lane. 13-3 up to a 9,000 up in gold, and is going to be the inhibitor turret down. But here comes Ambition. He's going to throw down that equalizer. Can they try and turn anything from this one? No, because Ambition gets hooked out by Madlife. You can see the Crescent Sweep use, and they get the support, but it doesn't matter. They're going to lose 2 more members. Woong is going to chase this one down. Not happy about losing his support.
And not happy about that one. Captain Jack is actually coming in here. The Rat trying to get in on towards Woong, but, well, he got the slow off, but that's all. He wasn't able to actually follow up there as well. We're going to be seeing some more purchases come out. Shy picking up that Riley's Crystal Scepter, Sightstone, and another Oracle for Madlife. He actually had his first Oracle after 11 minutes of this game. That's how far ahead they are.
Yeah, and just look at the scores. Blade of the Rune King, Static Shiv there now for Woong, 5-0-2. Athene's and Holy Grail was bought. He's going to go back and probably get himself around on his death cap, maybe. I think Rapid Star will have a rather large chunk of gold. And honestly, they could go for any target right now. But I feel that they may slow the pace down a little bit here. And I say slow the pace down. They're going to keep the advantages going, but they're going to push on towards those inner turrets rather than onto the inhibitor first.
So, what is the plan? Madlife going to look to be clearing out as much as he can. And now, in a typical style that we've been seeing from the Korean teams here, once they take down those outer turrets, they love to just control that jungle, try and squeeze everything off as Captain Jack gets caught out. Another great shot, taunt coming out of Shen. And they're looking for another turret here. Middle inner turret going to be focused down. Templar is the man that's actually tanking it up with those shields in as well. Having a good time with that. The minion's going to come in here in just a second, and they should be able to get that one as Ambition down in the bottom lane. He's in a lot of danger. Ignite is going down. There is the repel and the finisher. Looks too easy for Frost.
All too easy. It's like a training game right now, a scrim, and they're just right now just expecting the chat to say, okay, GG, well played. Let's quit before the replay hits, and let's surrender and start again, because that may well be what they need to do. We're coming up to the 19-minute mark. The inhibitor turret in the mid lane is about to go down. Madlife and Woong will secure that one and just back away. They have the rest of the team coming around that bottom lane. Inner turret go down, and Shy lands another cocoon on Helios this time. And will he follow it through? No, he's not going to. While this is all happening, Rapid Star, he's just pushing the top lane. They have everything under control. Haven't even bothered attempting to go towards Baron. They just no need to.
Well, it's only been spawned for 4 minutes, and they probably could have taken it, or they could have been waiting right on it when it spawned. So, pretty ridiculous lead that Frost have at this stage. Sunfire Cape second giant spell in there for Shen. Needs the large rod and the blasting ones, the workings there of that Rabadon's death cap for Lux, along with the Athenes. Plus, in that top lane, Leandri's Torment finished for Shy, and he really has tormented his opponents today.
I see what you did there, and Madlife comes swinging in like Tarzan on towards Baron, and they're going to back out of this one. They thought about trying to take him. Right, hang on a minute. Let's actually be serious. We're only at level 12. We haven't got the full team here ready and waiting to go. Let's not bother doing this. We'll just continue pushing our advantages. We have an open inhibitor. And now it looks like they may well go for it. They're going to have the shield, the lantern used to pull them across. Now they will start the Baron, and the Baron is going to go down very, very quickly. You can already see half hit points gone down there. Cloud Templar was continuing to pressure that bottom lane and keep the Rumble pretty much static position, but it's not a great deal that CJ Entus Blaze can do about this one right now. I wonder what they're going to have to say to each other. Oh, Lustboy, where are you going? Oh, now this is just... Honestly, normally you'd get reported for that. It is going to be the surrender coming out. 20 minutes, surrender. dominating performance from Frost in the first game here, Joe, and wow, there's not a great deal left to analyze there for our guys because that was quick.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a level 1 replay, to be honest, when we get it over there to the analysis desk. So let's not waste any time with that one. We're going to throw it over to Jarrett Kale, Quick Shot, and Panky.
Wow, that was not what I was expecting. Frost just made a statement.
It's not what Blaze were expecting either.
Really, really strong game. I do want to say that the replay that we are going to show, it was in fact a level 2 replay, Joe. Just getting that out there.
Only Templar's level 2.
Still counts. Still counts, still counts. From the very get-go, and that, you know, the opening gambits, those 4 kills, let's be honest, it sealed the deal. You know, so much gold, there was no way to come back.
Honestly, yes, that was the game at that point. Blaze knew it. Blaze was just playing it out. Maybe there's a chance for us to make a horrendous mistake and throw it back, but these kind of caliber teams, this point in the game, no. They knew it. That 20-minute point here, surrendered straight up, hence Lulu running right up that mid lane. But we will go over that that invade, that first blood, those 4 very, very quick successive kills, exactly why they set the game in such a skewed Frost favor.
Well, let's jump into the matchup. It is just after 2 minutes on the clock. CJ Entus Frost had invaded CJ Entus Blaze's forest. They put some wards down, and this is the scene. The reason that this happened is Blaze, you know, Ambition, he was moving to the top lane, just trying to get there, and you can see the pink ward there, just off to the right of the camera. Frost knew that Ambition was on the way up, and talk us through this kill.
Yeah, simple as that. They knew he was on the way up. Ambition had no knowledge these guys were in here. Taunt, because he was level 2 from Templar, so that's something he wouldn't have had if he was only level 1. Great hook from Madlife. Flash over the wall from Room to make sure he could get involved on that one. And they do pick up that first blood on Jungle Shen. Straight after that,
I do want to
he
set the
said,
tone
okay,
here.
you've stolen my red buff. I've done my blue buff, but you're in the top half of my jungle and you started Taunt. I'm going to come down this bottom side. Shy is very pushed up. He's not going to expect this. Time to go level 2. Flame, taking a little bit of damage himself. Follows up from this. Good flash from Shy immediately means when he follows up with Z, he's in under the turret. Knockout goes down, auto attacks come out. One quick Q from Shy means he forced Helios to flash away. Flame here thinks he's made it out, but the damage comes through a little bit late, and it's enough to go through the barrier all the same. Switch up towards mid. Cloud Templars come back down from that jungle now with Madlife in support. Rapid Star was already here, of course, 2v1, and these two were pushed up. An amazing hook from Madlife, catches Captain Jack, pulls him straight back in. Rapid Star drops his Ignite down. He will flash over into the Dragon Pen, but Rapid Star knew this was going to happen. Follows it, flashes to make sure he can get in range, covers the entire entrance to that Drake with a Lucent Singularity. Cuts him off, drops him down. Shy survived. Health potion had been ticking. More health comes back up to join this fight in case he needed to be used to catch Captain Jack. Instead, they find themselves Lulu. She didn't opt to flash away. Gets caught in the stun, gets nuked down, and another kill goes towards Kyle Temper.
That's really it. I mean, we were at a loss for words. The crowd erupted. They exploded here. And it was actually a deafening roar. And I can only imagine what it must be like sitting there on the stage when that entire crowd just starts screaming. I'm pretty sure even those soundproof headsets aren't going to block that immense volume.
Impossible, especially not that Vuvuzela.
Yeah.
I saw that South African pride shine through.
I'm not sure if it was South African cringe or South African pride. It's kind of a mixture of both, because if that is the song of my people, it sucks.
All right, well, before we get into the next game, you should go over to facebook.com. Heard of that website before. Go to /IEM. The voting for the MVP of the tournament is open. So if you haven't done that yet, please go vote. I have with me right here all the stuff.
Take one and pass it down the way.
Oh, guys, thanks for helping me hawk products. Let's go.
Well, this is what the MVPs win.
This is what I want to take this home.
This is what everybody wants.
There's an SSD.
Okay.
So there you go.
So you can see this. Thank you so much for all the sponsors, because this is that Intel hard drive I showed you earlier. The Patriot memory, super awesome. It's actually like limited edition branded Intel Extreme Masters, super cool.
You can buy this. You can buy these anyway. Intel Extreme Masters memory.
This is the Intel i7 Core Mega Extreme. I think this is like the best CPU on Earth or something.
It's damn close.
Pretty darn close, if not. And that's the Patriot memory stick. And then, of course, the Patriot, the wireless node, gauntlet node thing that we also were giving away in the Raid Call channel, which, if you're not in, is also channel 1997. Oh, yeah, we're giving these away there, too, all day.
Yes, they're in the Raid Call chat. Skin codes.
Yeah, and, of course, obviously you're talking about us all the time on Twitter. Don't forget the hashtag IEM when you're talking about Mad Bromance, especially.
And we've got a question for you as well, actually. You know, who do you think is going to win the next game? You know, it is a best of 5. CJ Entus Frost just came out the gate swinging, and man, did they connect hard. So we want to know, who do you think is actually going to win the next game?
Well, I mean, if I'm a betting man, it's got to be Frost because that performance was
And they've got
incredible.
momentum on their side now too, so
it-
Blaze have got to fight back against that.
Yeah, it wasn't just one big team fight. It was just a series of small skirmishes, and they just killed each one.
Yeah.
And that was it. So, I mean, Blaze has to pull out something really, really special here.
Yeah, so we are going to let the players get in the lobby, get ready for this. You can spend this time now while we're all watching commercials and get ready to go and vote for your MVPs. We'll be back in just a moment, guys.